Thank you. I needed applause. Anyway, thank you. Welcome back to Star Wars Age of Rebellion campaign at Tabletop Nerdcast. I'm Mike, and I'm going to be your GM this evening. And last time on Galactic Youth.
And we'll all float on alright. My throat is free.
Cool shits, man.
All right. Again, those of you that don't know what we're talking about, this is your first time here, click the subscribe, hit the like button, go back, watch the last episode, and you'll see why my players are saying what they're saying. And without much further ado, here we go.
Accidentally too much whiskey in that.
Accidentally too much whiskey in that. Alrighty then.
That's in there.
Please share.
No, that's what she said.
Pass it around. For those of you not on the stream, it's a big Slim Chickens cup.
Full of whiskey.
Full of Dr. Pepper and whiskey. If you thought the last session was kooky,
Yeah, I'm not even going to fight it. We're probably just going to run up against time, and then, we're just going to call it from there. So let me restart my timer here so it can tell me when we're behind.
I fell down.
You fell down.
Everybody saw vision.
He bumped his butt.
Yep.
On the hard floor.
That's what she said.
All right. So, Jack. That's when you pull it. That's what she said, Joe. Like,
I'm sitting here like, the physics of this is weird.
Physics doesn't matter.
This is Star Wars.
all I'm hearing in my mind is bubble, bubble, bubble butt song going on. That's it. But I don't know. All right. So we're gonna stop.
Good luck with that.
All serious RP has now ceased to exist. I would like everybody to roll me a 4 red shout. No. This is for your life.
4 red. What could go wrong? Yeah.
You die.
0 despairs and only 1 failure. So what skill am I rolling here, bud?
And I'm rolling 1 green.
To live.
Yeah.
The living skill. Great. That's 2 greens.
Yeah.
I win. I got 5 threat and 2 successes.
Okay, now can we come back to Star Wars?
You asked for checks.
All right.
Wheat checks or rice checks?
Checks mix.
I like checks mix.
See what I have to put up with?
You did this.
No, I didn't. You did.
You invited us. That's all
That was
it took.
also me, I believe.
Sort of. Yes.
Mike, if you don't start, we're going to keep going.
And these are your dice.
I would love to start. All right.
Now, if I could always roll it like that.
So Jack, sitting bolt upright, goes, "What the criff was that? How did you do that?"
I think I sleepwalked.
You didn't sleepwalk. You were floating.
Sleep float, that's right. I don't know. I really don't.
Man, whatever you're smoking, I wish you share.
Here, put this on and roll meditation.
Man, I can roll things, but meditation is not one of them. So I try to put the glasses on.
They smell of elderberries.
Ooh. It's all dark.
Think about antennas.
Antennas?
Antennas. Tremaine, the man who brought me.
Oh, okay.
Nothing
What kind of
happens.
thoughts should I think about them?
Anything you want, I guess. It's not working. Give me my visor back.
Oh, well, it didn't work for you either, if I remember. I wasn't there, but if I remember correctly.
You need to slap him.
Oh, that's right. It has to be under duress.
That's what she said.
Now you win. Okay.
The safe word is Wookiees.
Yes. Wookiee eye patch.
That is your cue. I'm pointing to you.
What? I'm
He said
sorry?
the safe word is Wookiees, so that is your cue.
It's not working. I don't know what happened. I had a dream, and you were in it.
And you were there.
and you were there.
You were there, and some weird guy with yellow eyes.
Yeah, dude fell off all I remember is falling off a cliff. And then 3 people talking? And There was another Twi'lek there, but this one was cute.
Yeah.
That
I
was that my
agree.
mom?
Well, you have to tell us.
Was it your mom?
I don't know. You just said that there was these 3 guys and a Twi'lek lady and
I
another
also
human.
told you couldn't really focus that well, so...
Fair enough. You're right. She was super hot.
Freudian. No.
So where are you leading us to here?
That I don't.
Because
know.
it's like you're following along, and you know.
Listen, I'm not leading. I'm not leading anyone. I know a safe way out. Once we're out, I mean, sure, we could like band together or whatever, but I don't know you, really. We've been in a cell together for a few weeks. At the end of the day, I now have a job to do. And you're free to come with me. In fact, without you, I don't get to leave to do that job. The whole escape plan has to work in order for me to even leave.
I feel like a puppet. That I'm some sort of a marionette or something.
If you feel that way, go with Ross.
Well,
I didn't think so.
I feel differently with Thros, and it's.
I love him.
I hear banjos playing.
I give up. Star Wars is over. Campaign's done. We're now playing Squidbillies.
I think he was playing Squidbillies the whole time.
I don't even know what that is, but I agree.
We just need to get you a hat and have you talk like this, and we'll be good.
You can stay here as well. Really, I need Jack.
That's not even an option. You know,
Then stop complaining.
I'm not complaining. I'm talking out loud. I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure things
that's
out.
fair. I will let you do that.
And I'm asking questions at the same time. What do you... He didn't give all this. What do you give?
What do you mean?
What are you giving him? He's not just some
I'm
magnanimous
working with
guy.
him.
In what way?
I'm going to be helping him build this new galaxy that he wants to build.
Is he trying to make you a Jedi or something?
I don't know yet. He calls me Padawan, and he claims that he has some sort of force abilities, and now that I've fallen on my bottom,
Clearly, you were.
I feel like he may have
And that
some
wasn't
weight
just
to that.
gas. I mean, we didn't.
I cannot do that on my own.
I don't know. What were you eating? You said you didn't eat, so maybe you ate something.
Light as a
Maybe.
feather, stiff as a board.
I mean, there's times I've lifted up off the chair before, but not like that.
That's what she said.
Ooh. Good one.
I just, I don't have all of those answers.
I mean, Moringa, look, if he has the potential and he's going to be a Jedi, then how can we go wrong having a Jedi try and help us escape?
The Jedi dead. Or,
Well, I mean,
But-
there's...
Antinous is
This-
not dead.
no, he's not.
I'm not dead.
And
I'm not a Jedi. But
I had a vision, and I
not
know
dead.
that I didn't just imagine you sitting there.
No, and I'm
floating.
not. Nobody has accused you of imagining such
I
a thing.
know. I
My
know.
backside hurts very much from that.
There's times I've seen things, you know.
You're talking about another man and your backside hurts. We have really derailed this campaign. This is not where I was going with this.
Here's what I can say. If we go to that lower level, we will be safe. There will be a challenge still. He can't just eliminate all guards, but I'm sure that it will be much easier. And
I believe that. He wouldn't stage all this just to put us back here. He doesn't need to do that.
and once we're outside, we see where it leads. If you want to go somewhere else, if you want to find friends of yours on the outside, if you want to find your home, your family, whatever,
But we'll be escaped.
Do
We
that.
can't really go home. I can't bring that to my family.
then we find people who can help us, people that we can help.
But he works for the Empire, and you're helping him.
The Empire's not going to exist for much longer.
Sure seems like I don't see it crumbling away. It seems pretty existing right
He
now.
confirmed for me. The Emperor is gone.
What? What is
Sure?
Huh?
For good.
Repeat that.
The Emperor is dead.
Ding dong.
So then, who's in charge of the Empire?
That's what his goal is. When I say he wants to rebuild the galaxy new, more accepting, with representation from all people, the Emperor is dead and he wants to use this time to leverage his influence to rebuild in that way.
Is he trying to bring back the Senate?
Not the Senate, something different, something better. The Senate failed. The Senate was built and puppeted by the Emperor.
But not always. The Emperor's take.
The Senate was always puppets.
Well, the politics. They're all politicians.
I don't think that he intends for these to be politicians. I think he intends for them to be truly representative. And I don't know if the time comes and
People are
where's
stupid.
he going to get these people from? Where's he going to get all these together? I mean,
I don't know that he knows the answer to that question yet. But I know the Emperor is dead, and Antinous wants peace in a different way.
A couple of kids are going to make all this happen?
No, Antinous is going to make this happen, and I'm going to help him.
So you believe?
we're just here to help you get out then.
No, you're getting out too.
Well,
And you're free to... The escape is contingent on whether or not I agreed to help him, and I agreed. Your escape is contingent on nothing. Once you're out, you leave. You can be done.
So he's going to get rid of some of the problems that we have then, that we could face.
Yes,
he might get rid of us too. It might just be get him out.
he's not.
Maybe he needs to make it look good.
He
Well,
knows that I would not help
I already
him
told you I
without
don't want to
peace.
die here, so
Neither do I. Yeah, I don't.
if it's a path, it's a path.
Yeah, I don't see we have much choice.
You don't. You have this or go with Thros.
Okay. All right. So, are we still on for tomorrow though? Even though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you got.
Does
so
anybody want to go with me in the event, or am I just going myself?
I said I will go. I'm fairly useless when it comes to dice, but I'll
Well,
go.
plus, he wants him out. Well, of course, maybe we should all go. Wherever he goes, we'll be safe.
You don't think you can handle this on your own?
You cannot go.
I cannot.
But if you go, I'm holding on to those sunglasses.
No.
We'll get them back when we're all out.
No.
I need some protection, some collateral.
What
Then-
makes you think
then-
that these are collateral?
Because
If they're
he
going to
gave me-
kill you, they'll kill you and just hand them back to me.
Then Moringa, why don't you go with me?
Go with him.
Yeah, but
We got to start everything for him to be able to get out anyway.
no, boy, you missed the point. If he's got his sunglasses, if we have the sunglasses,
I
then at
think
least we
you're-
know we'll have to meet up
I
sometime.
think you're largely overestimating the value of these glasses
Oh, then why don't you wish to part with them?
because they are mine.
Well, you just gave it to me a second
Because I
ago.
smuggled him in my prison wallet.
It took a lot of effort.
In that case, I don't want them.
Primarily because this is the only way that I can communicate with Antinous if things go downhill. And you just showed that you can't do that.
We need that line.
But I didn't get to roll any dice to do that either.
You don't have the skill.
We don't have things.
Okay. I don't know we have much choice anyway. In that case,
I mean, you did a hell of a job working on that magnetic lock. What if we run into something while we're in there? I could use your help.
alright. I'll go.
All right.
Go. If I fit, I go.
Well, just spit on yourself and lube yourself up and call it a day.
I don't.
We'll all spit on it.
Is that what she said?
I'm not gonna say it. That's just too easy. Okay.
Methinks it's going to be a long day.
Okay, so we get to dinner time. Yes.
Right. No, the day kind of rolls through. Jack kind of goes back over the plan a bunch of times with everybody to make sure everybody's on the same page.
So, and the plan is?
You and Jack go to comm center. You turn everything off.
Me and Jack went up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
Jack fell down and broke his crown.
And I went after his daughter.
Boy, she must be young. All right, that's a problem, Rick.
I'm only 14. It's not a problem yet. In 4 years, it'll be a problem. In 3 years, you know.
What? Jack's 12. That means he's only not been spitting blanks for about a year. So, problem. All right. That was wrong. We're editing that one.
Yeah.
Multiple claps.
So all of you on Twitch, ta-da!
Welcome to the live stream. All right. So he goes over a lot of the details again about, getting down into the air ducts and then heading back into the office and trying to, get access to any of the maybe key cards that that are in there, or the communications deck that's in there. Send out any type of messages. Obviously, locking down the facility, except for a couple of turbo lifts, because the turbo lifts are located right outside his office door. The one thing that Jack does bring back up is if for any reason anything goes wrong and all the alarms are going off and you guys make a break, whoever's out makes a break for those turbo lifts, then when you get to the office door, rap on it 3 times, and then that'll be his cue to open the door.
Knock 3 times.
Don't. I'd like to have this session run through somewhere.
We're running through somewhere.
Yeah, we
Kinda
really
like
are.
crap through a goose, you know?
So later on, very similar to what has happened previous days, obviously you guys get information over the loudspeaker saying that it's now, chow time. Okay, it's now time for the daily rations. About an hour later, as usual, as become accustomed, you hear the doors that, every couple minutes slide open down the hallway next to you or down the catwalk next to you. And then your door eventually slides open. As you exit your cell door, you start to take a look around, and you can see that it just looks like any other ration time or any other meal time. Just down right around the edge of the walk, you see the one guard that's usually stationed right there on that corner, and the guard that's on the opposite side. And you see Thros at his customary bench or table that's sitting right there on the edge by that corner guard. And he's just kind of focusing in y'all's direction. And what I'd like for you to do...
That way.
Don't look at us.
Do it. Come on.
So Thros is going like this now. At this point, no, I'm joking. He kind of turns his head. He kind of turns his head, and as you guys are walking slowly that direction, and you get to that first grate, that first air vent, you can see him turn his head back over towards that table where he pointed out that human and that Rhodian, and he just kind of nods. And at that moment, the Rhodian takes his platter and just knocks the human over the side of the head and starts a big old melee brawl sitting right there. A couple of quick small alarms start going off. The 2 guards on the corner start converging over, and you hear over the loudspeaker, "All prisoners remain where you were at. Lie down on the ground where you were at."
Is the key card the thing that opens the grate?
Yes, it is.
Chink.
Well, we probably would have the key cards if we're trying to get in. But
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're walking together, right?
Right. Okay,
So I would like, you're going with him.
Okay, I'm going with him.
I would like you to make me a skullduggery check
Another skullduggery check.
with 2 boosts. You have people interfering with what is, because they're on the outside of the catwalk from you. And this will be a easy check. Would you like to upgrade?
I have a feeling we're going to be upgrading a lot since I have...
You got a loaded stack there.
Yeah, we're just going to let it ride.
It's a very different Star Wars game than we were playing the last time.
And I got 2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay. You guys, Jack, basically takes a hold of the grate while you slide the card over it, and he just kind of cracks open just enough. And as you look in, it looks like a little bit of a pinch point just to get in. And then after that, the air vents kind of open up just a little bit. So you were able to slide in behind without anybody even noticing, and then Jack climbs in right behind you and closes the door immediately as you guys then kind of subside and lay down to the ground. At this point, it's a few minutes before they get the Rhodian and the human and all that situation under control. So we're going to cut scene over here to Moringa and to Jack. What you see in this large square tubing is a section. There's just multiple sections. It just looks like piece by piece as connected together and riveted and bolted in different areas, where it looks like small minor lips that are coming back into the duct itself to connect the 2 pieces together. So about every 8 or 10 feet you see another one of these sections where it's connected like that. And you hear odd hums and sounds, kind of like mechanical noises that you could hear coming from within the walls and reverberating and vibrating through these ducts. And you feel air blowing past you, obviously from fans somewhere that's in this setup. Dust is kind of blowing through just a little bit, and it's kind of caked in different places where, especially around where the lips are on those pieces connected, you can just see small areas of dust that are built up. Jack looks over and goes, okay, maybe we should be careful around this dust so we don't kick up all the dust every time we come through one of these. And he goes, the office? All I know is it's down that way. So you guys are standing in this vent, and it goes up to where it tees and goes left and right. And he's pointing off over towards the right.
You sure about that?
Well, I mean, we could go left, but that's going to go towards the cafeteria.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know the vents any better than you do, but I know it's that way.
I've been to the office once so far, and he's been a number of times.
He's been a couple times.
All right.
He's troublemaker.
Okay. We'll go with you. We'll trust your gut. So we go right.
All right, if you'd like, you can make an average survival check and see if you think that he's right or not.
I will do that.
I'll trust him. GM said I could make a check. Yes, I needed to.
It's a total wash. So we're going to trust him.
Okay, so we're going to go to the right. You fall many, no, stars.
Roll
All right.
3 purples.
So it's a matter of a few minutes where you guys are navigating through this, and every maybe 20 meters or so, somewhere in the middle of every other one of these little sections, there's what looks like a shaft that'll go down and one that goes up. But again, this just seems to follow, and it's hard for you to see because there's light coming in from one side, which would be from the direction you came in from. And it seems like about every 60 meters or so, 50 to 60 meters or so, there's another light that's shining into the tunnel, or into these shafts. And you guys are kind of making your way through that and heading down that direction, but you can't see all the way down because it's still following about the same curve as what the rest of the building had. At some point in time, few minutes down, you come to another junction where it kind of tees off. And what you can see is a vent that's in front of you that is kind of showing a dark room. And then there's another vent, probably about another 10 meters over to the right-hand side, and about another 10 meters beyond that, there's another vent, and that one has light coming through it. And then there's another dark vent that's down about 10 meters to the other side. So, which direction would you like to head?
Jack, you got a feeling?
Well, I don't know. I mean, how about you check one? I'll check one. I'll
Let's
go.
look at
I'll
the
go
lighted
down.
one.
Say again.
Let's look down into the lighted one just to see if we can see
Okay.
what we make
So
out.
you kind of go off to the lighted one that's over there on that right-hand side, and Jack goes to the one that's just to the side of that, and he's like, I can't see in here. There's some blinking lights, but I can't see anything. Now, when you get down to your side, what you see is a vent that's kind of leading, and it's up in the air a little bit, but it's kind of leading over, and you can see the turbo lifts sitting right there.
So can I tell if it's in a hallway?
It is in the hallway. There's what you can see from where you're at is the turbo lifts, and you know the turbo lifts from when you were brought down there
Are
is
just-
in that hallway.
Right. Jack. Can you get a bearing? The turbo lifts are right here.
Well, then that means Antinous' office is either right where I'm at, or it's not Antinous. Sorry, the lieutenant's office is either right where I'm at, or it's the one next to us. That might be the same office. I don't know. I didn't count the vents in there.
Make another check. This is the same roll?
What are you trying to do? Are you just trying?
We're trying to guess as to which one. I'm trying to remember if I can.
Okay, we'll do a survival check, but this one is going to be. You never really probably looked at the counting the vents.
Right.
So that's the same boat that he's in. I'm going to give it to you as a hard check. Would you like to upgrade, or
Yes,
would you like?
I'm going to upgrade this time.
Okay. I'm not going to upgrade.
If you fail and it looks like this is where you're supposed to be, then go to
No,
the
I
other
did
one.
not fail.
Ooh.
But I did get some threat. I was succeeded with 3 threat.
Okay.
Nuts.
All right.
I know. I don't know if that...
I'm going to give you one of those threat as a strain.
Uh,
Okay. The other 2 threat,
Oh, nuts.
as you're shifting around through these vents, you kind of catch your knee on one of these little lipped areas, and you kind of make this reverberating bang noise that's going right through the vent areas that's all right there.
Holy crap! Oh.
Yelling in the vents.
So I'm not going to tell you any other. I'm not going to tell you any outcomes from that. But you realize that you make a whole lot of noise, and then you're like Peter, and you're just, oh, for 5 minutes.
Ah.
And on that note, we're going to shift back over. A few minutes later, obviously, they get everything under control. And as you're kind of looking over into the center, you see all of what would have been that center spire. All those guards and stormtroopers are legitimately, they're just standing posted up with rifles pointed at every single catwalk at this point. So the loudspeaker comes back on and says, all prisoners continue with rations. You may proceed to the cafeteria. And as you're doing that, and as you guys get back up to head back towards the cafeteria, that Rhodian and the human have been drug out of there by additional guards that are walking down the catwalk towards you.
I get my
They're
food
walking
and
towards
sit
you.
down.
No. Yeah. Go back and, I don't know. Shit.
What would you guys like to
If
do?
you're walking toward, I'd go past them and go get my food.
Yeah.
So as you're starting to walk past them, the guards are like, prisoners, you need to secure yourselves against the wall while we pass. All right. Fui, I would like you to make me a stealth check,
Yeah.
an average one.
So
That's
the
not good.
two purples and a green, or 2 greens and a purple?
That's not very good.
No.
What's your stealth? Do you have anything?
It's just your agility.
Nothing.
What's your agility?
1.
Nothing.
No,
Oh, agility. Oh, 1.
1.
Okay.
I am slower than
So you have
molasses.
1 green and you have 2 purples.
Yeah, I thought so.
And would you like to upgrade?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Now, if I may, Rick got 5 advantages when unlocking that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Should he get an upgrade because he did such a good job at hiding this bad boy?
I could see that. I'd go ahead and grant that.
Got
That's a good...
5 advantages, and we didn't do anything with them.
Is there anything you would like to do to add to the situation?
Float.
As we back up, I kind of trip over him and like start accidentally pushing him, quote unquote.
Okay, you can take a boost as well.
Alright, so just 2 purple, green, and
And I say like,
No,
God,
the
Billy,
white,
get
just
against
the
the
yellow
wall
instead
and
of
keep
the
your
green.
gas
Oh,
shut.
okay.
Well, he upgraded using the Destiny pool, and then he got a free upgrade.
Oh, so it is a green.
So it is a green as well.
And a yellow.
and yellow. Yeah.
And then a
And
blue
then
one.
a boost, a blue one.
Woo, looks better now.
Woo. There here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all
Yeah.
the successes.
And some threat.
Yeah, and some thread though. 2/3 and.
Well, that makes sense. You're sweating bullets that they don't notice the little red light.
So you got some strain, bud.
Yes, you
I thought
do.
you said the little red light made it look like it was still.
It's powered on.
It says
Ah.
power,
Yeah.
but the
Ah.
red light says unlocked.
Yeah. So taking some strain, you said?
Yes, whatever your threat is, go ahead and take that as strain.
Okay.
So basically what's happening here is you kind of trip and you kind of knock into them. They're paying a little bit more attention to you, and they kind of grab you by the arm, you clumsy prison, and they kind of shove you up against the wall
I
as they
am
pass
so
by.
clumsy, Lord Stormtrooper.
Lord.
Is that really what you're saying?
Hold on.
I don't want to have said it, but I did say it.
Is that sarcasm?
What is your charm?
Ah, presents. Presents.
Yes, it would be I have 1 skill and 3 characteristic.
Okay.
He slapped you.
So he kind of just pushes past you and just says, "Don't let it happen again," as he's walking by.
Yes, Lord Stormtrooper.
Really?
No.
Twice. Let's go for thrice.
Now we're upgrading him.
This is all for a purpose.
You're gonna kill us all?
I don't want him to notice that 2 people are gone. I want him to be so mad at me that he's focused on
Yeah, but
me.
if you hadn't done anything, he'd have walked right by.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Also, it's
Calling more attention
very
to
funny.
yourself. Yeah.
He stops,
Okay. Good.
and he's now looking directly at you. You're really pushing it. You want to lose Chow? Don't answer. Shut it. At this point, he's kind of already leveling a rifle at you.
I turn my head to where I'm not looking at him and I look straight ahead of myself.
He turns and starts walking off.
Lord Stormtrooper's really turning into an ass.
And he says it loud enough for you to hear.
And you get shot at me. What?
Won't be floating in that ass.
All right. So you guys kind of make it back over to where Thros is sitting. And Thros goes.
Barely.
Thros looks over at you and goes, "The hell was that?"
I can't say.
What do you mean? Look, we are in the thick of this shit now.
That's why I
Not-
can't say anything.
Kids! I trusted kids. You know, and you can see just getting a little bit more frustrated. The guard's not there. The guard is kind of over on one side looking at him at this point. He goes, "All right, fine. I'm going to head back over to my cell. When you guys get ready to go and walk past me, drop the key card that I gave you through my cell grate.
The one that I have?
Wait for the alarms to go off. No, you got one and Jack had one.
Okay.
Or sorry, there's
Yes,
several.
he had one and Jack had one.
Nope. Well then he's in trouble.
And the
He
two,
doesn't know it. He doesn't know it then.
the 2 of them are very much gone.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Sure,
had
it's
we
probably-
had the one that opens up
The greats.
The greats.
He gave us one at the last meal.
And he gave us one at the last meal.
Mm-hmm.
But we're supposed to give that back to him?
Well,
You did not detail this part.
no. So we're good.
Okay.
We're good. So that's what he says. He says, so you need to slide me that card when I get back into the gate.
So we need to slide you the card through your grate.
Yes. How else am I getting out of there?
Got it.
All right.
We'll be done. All right.
He starts to get up. And he's starting to head.
Hypothetically,
Talk louder.
if you didn't tell us this, and both of our compatriots are gone on the other part of this quest, and they
You can just see him.
and they currently are in possession of both of our utensils.
If this was
We'll
anime,
call
he'd
them-
have giant X's over his eyes.
We'll call them spoons while we're in here. They have both of our spoons.
So you're telling me that they took both cards?
Spoons. You have to use code language.
What am I gonna do with these kids?
Okay, so I'm not going back to my cell.
Yeah, that would be wise.
Yes.
That means they have about 10 minutes to pull this off.
Yes.
You check your phone.
Yeah. The whole process.
Yeah, I see that.
That seems correct.
Well, usually I have about 10 minutes left to eat when you guys get in here.
Okay. Well, we did just get here, so 10 minutes.
So that's where we get back into that conversation of you've been down there almost 10 minutes. It took you about that long to get down to the end of the vents.
Taking us long.
So now we're going to split back from where you guys are at, back over here in the
Alright,
vents.
we just made a noise. We should probably wait about 10 minutes before we do anything
I don't think we have 10 minutes.
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure this is the room. Let's go in. I'm pretty sure this is the room. Let's go. So I'm gonna try to unlock the graves.
Open volume. Unbelievable.
We have crashed and burned tonight so badly.
Okay. It's a good thing we're professionals. I am going to attempt to quietly open up the grate.
All right, give me a mechanics check, please. Make it an easy check.
Oh my gosh.
2 success.
All right. So the grate, it opens.
That's great.
It actually has hinges, so it slides open one direction. It doesn't fall to the floor.
I look in.
And what you can see kind of, now there's a little bit of light that's coming back through this vent. It's kind of obstructed a little bit because Jack's kind of behind you and you're sitting in this one vent. But you can see some lights and some computer, terminals flashing over on one side. You can see what looks like a few lights sitting in the center of the room. But that's about it. That's what you can see from where you're at.
Okay. I'm going to quietly try to drop into the room.
All right. We're not going to make you roll anything for that
I
one.
took stealth.
We're going to.
But I'm okay not rolling.
Well, the last.
Please let me roll.
You're on a roll so far.
That's right. That's great.
You kind of lower yourself down into the room, and Jack's right behind you, and he kind of sticks his head out of the vent, and all of a sudden, all the lights in the room just pop up.
I close my eyes. They can't see me now. I learned that trick when I was a tadpole.
Ooh, okay.
Adam Sandler taught me that one.
Yes.
That's why you need the sunglasses.
I told you I needed those sunglasses.
Oh,
All the lights go on.
all right. So all the lights click on, and you're standing in
A
what
pool
looks-
of my own urine. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, that's fine. You can narratively say that.
Okay.
But as you're in there, all of a sudden your eyes kind of quickly adjust to the light quickly flashing on, and you're kind of like almost in this panic mode at that moment. And as you look around, you see a room that has what looks like a table on there. There looks to be some cupboards with some medical supplies that's sitting up in there, and you can kind of tell that it's kind of a makeshift infirmary at this point.
So is it the wrong room?
Or you're looking for a lieutenant's office, right?
I thought so. But I thought I rolled good on the dice.
No.
So what would you like to do? There's obviously some cupboards and a whole bunch of other things, some cabinets and there's
Good
stuff all around.
supplies.
I'm gonna look see if there's some stim packs.
All right. Then roll me a perception check, and we will make this one easy.
Good,
So we
because
thought.
that's not. Two advantage, no success.
2 advantage, no success.
You find the prison heroin.
What's she doing in
It's
there?
another set of syringes.
All right. So you feel really, really good about the fact that the lights went on and you didn't get caught. So you can remove some strain if you would like to remove some strain, but all the cabinets seem to be locked, and the
You're
key
like,
card
"What's
that you
this urine
have is
doing
not
here?"
working.
Who peed on the floor?
I don't know.
Jack's sitting behind you going, if they're locked, we need to go. Get back up here. And he kind of reaches his hand out to help you back up into the vent.
Is there a window in the door?
No, there's not.
Okay. All right. So I pull it. I climb back up.
All right. You
Is there a lab coat anywhere in the room?
No, there's no lab coat anywhere in the room. All the lockers are clocked.
What about a Chihuahua coat?
Oh, come on.
I quit.
Well, there's no lab coat. I'm sorry.
A lesson in how not to DM a game. These guys.
We're DMing great.
I think it's going fantastic.
All right.
I think it's going
So
great.
Jack reaches out and helps pull you back up into the vent and closes the vent right behind you. Maybe it's the next one.
All right. Well, maybe it is. Or the one after that, for all we
It
know.
really does take them another 10 minutes to find the right room.
2 weeks later. Alarms blaring for 4 months.
Where are those guys? I can't go to my office until we find them.
A skeletal finger falls out of one of the vents.
Ciao.
Okay. So you have what would be the leftmost vent, and you have the one that was kind of left of center from where you were at.
But I don't have a clue on either one. So.
There's a
Well, you didn't even look at them, so I mean.
Okay. Well, we'll look at both of them and see if we can see.
Okay, let's do a average perception check.
Nope.
Okay, so you're down at the leftmost vent, and Jack's over at the one that's next to that. And as you kind of peer in there, you see what looks like a droid. The lights aren't on, but you can see that the droid is still sitting in the room, and it's sitting in the center. And the red light and the eye that's sitting on there is just illuminating one of the interrogation chairs that you guys have come to see over the last few weeks.
Now, was that was his office? Or
No.
that was the interrogation?
That's
That
one of
was
the
a separate-
interrogation offices.
Okay.
So you see this, and you're kind of like, there's a droid that's active in that room.
Okay. And that's not the droid we're looking for.
No, that's not the droid
Take
you're
off
looking
his
for.
chip and make him our friend.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Charmed Droid on him.
By whispering into its ear.
Does he have a lab coat?
Spoken like a true bard.
I know.
Okay,
You just have to take off his. What is it called?
what's it called?
the
I think we
restraining
just
bolt?
went to the wrong rating of show.
His restraining bolt.
Restraining bolt. There you
Yes,
go. He knew what I was talking about. Mike went somewhere else with it.
I know. Well, okay, he's a GM. What does he know?
That's fair.
Okay, so I'll back away from that vent.
I would like for you to make me just a flat intelligence check.
But I have no intelligence.
And you can make it simple. Or, sorry,
So-
easy.
Oh, so I actually have to roll something.
Yes.
And I succeeded.
Okay, you recognize this as an interrogation droid. There is no restraining bolt on this thing.
So the little voice in my head that I was hearing about the restraining bolt, really, I should ignore that.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, yeah.
All right, so I back away and we go look at the other grate. And
Okay.
what do we see?
So as you guys get over to the other grate, again, similar to
Are we
what
making
you were
this
looking
hard?
at. Y'all have chosen everything but the right where. Okay.
Hey,
so,
listen, he only chose the wrong one because you made him roll.
there's 4, and he's now on the 4th one. So obviously, we're at the right place.
Okay.
So let me just tell you what you see. All right. So as you go and you peer through the vent there, you see quite a few lights that are sitting out there, and you see several lights that are sitting and what looks like some lit up data pads. The lights in the room themselves are out as well, but you see some data pads that are sitting on top of a desk, and it's just enough ambient light to kind of let you know that there's a desk in the center. You see a couple of terminals against the far left wall, as well as you see a couple of pieces of artwork that have small little lamps sitting beneath them, and you do recognize this as the lieutenant's office.
Okay, I'm going to. So I think we got the right one finally. I think this is it. I think this is it.
Okay, then we need to be careful and quiet because that droid's in the other room. You can't bang anything this time.
I'm a drummer. What do you want? I make loud noise. Okay, so I will undo the grate. Try to swing it out quietly.
Okay, give me a simple or an average mechanic. Not average. Sorry, easy mechanics check. Ah.
I was successful with 2 threat.
Okay.
I've already dumped all my pee in the other rooms.
All right. So you open the grate, and like the other one before, this one opens. But as it's opening, obviously this one hasn't been cleaned in a while. So this one starts letting out kind of a squeal as the metal's rubbing against the metal hinge as it opens, and it kind of taps against the wall. So take 2 more strain. Well, you're going to strain out before we ever
No, I
even get
got
there.
rid of my strain on the last one. So,
All right, so the grate's open.
great. Okay. All right, it's a go. So we jump in.
All right. So Jack looks over at you and goes, all right, I'm going to go over to the comms. You see whatever else you can find or scrounge up from in here, and then see if you can get into the computer system and turn on any of the alarms. But make sure you turn off all of the turbo lifts except for the 2 right outside the store.
Turn on the alarms?
Turn on all the alarms.
All of them.
All of them.
Okay.
If everything's going off, then nothing's going off.
Okay.
There'll be craziness.
All right.
So Jack runs over and you see him just messing with the comm station that's sitting over on the side.
All right. And I didn't take computers. I was going to take
Turn
computers.
on all the turbo lifts and off all the alarms except 2.
All right.
Right. And I'm going to see if there's a blaster pistol, too.
All right.
Any
Now,
kind of weapon.
if you would like to look around the room, you're more than welcome to. It's a perception check to see what all you can see, or if you want to start searching the room, it's a perception check.
I do want to look around.
Okay, that is a average check. Would you like to upgrade?
I actually will, because I want to find something useful.
All right, I am going to upgrade as well.
You dirty rat.
Thank you.
I was successful. And that's it. One success.
Alrighty then.
I was specifically looking for a weapon. A blaster, if I can find one. But
So he's saying he doesn't want to find anything else.
I don't want to find any holocrons or a lightsaber or anything like that.
No holocrons, no keys
All right.
to the outside.
Just whatever is useful.
So what happens is Jack gets his communication sent out. You are able to find a couple of data pads, obviously sitting on the desk, and then over within one of the within the wall locker that's sitting over on the side of the room, you swipe the key card on it, and it opens, and you find an officer's uniform.
That's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Jack, I don't think this is going to work with me. My dreads are going to kind of give things away, but it might fit you.
Are you kidding me? That's about 4 times my size. That may fit Aaron or Thros.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody's going to think a Twi'lek.
Okay, then we give it to Thros when we go down. When we go down and he goes up, maybe that gives him a fighting
We
chance.
give it to Thros. Good idea. Now, if it's an officer uniform, does that mean there's a pistol?
You don't see any pistol or weapons with it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take the officer's uniform. And, okay, so that's what I find?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm going to go try to set off some alarms.
Okay. We would need a computers check that is going to be a hard check.
Yeah. Of course, I didn't take...
Would you...
Yes.
Now-
I
Would you like a little help from Jack on trying to mess with
Now,
these computer
Is it
systems?
Yeah.
just some buttons? Because he's got more brawn than he has computer skill.
I am going to upgrade that, and I would like some help from Jack.
Okay, go ahead and take a boost.
I'll help him as well.
I see. Yes. Ah, may the farce be with you. Ooh.
That looks like it's successful.
No, it's
I can't see
not.
the other purple.
No, it's a failure
wash
with a
entirely.
threat.
Is it?
Yeah, there's
Oh,
one
yeah, there's
threat.
one threat left over.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but you didn't roll the.
So you just get this access denied that pops up over on your comm
happen if I
or on
had
the
taken computers?
the computer system.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have had the green tie. That's the same.
Well, no,
result.
but I would have had one success. More
And Jack
success
kind
to
of
the-
elbows you, and he goes, we can't do that too many more times. Look, how? Okay, maybe one of these. Maybe there's something in one of these drawers. Maybe we can find something here that'll help us.
What about the
Maybe
data
he's
pad?
got his idiot code to the luggage written down in one of his drawers. Then Jack starts opening drawers and starts shuffling through stuff. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. Is there anything in any of the pockets of the uniform?
Try boobs with a Z.
Zboob? Zboob? What is that?
Okay. So you go and you start shifting through the pockets of the uniform, and you don't see anything there. But lo and behold, right in front of your face is a code cylinder sitting right where it should be.
Okay. All right. Hey, I got a code cylinder. I have no idea what to do with it, but
You put it in the hole! And
That's
Jack
what she said.
Jack grabs it from you and sticks it over into the computer system, and all of a sudden everything lights up for you.
all right. Alarm. How do you spell alarm?
A-L-ARM. Okay.
Alarm. Okay.
So, Jack's like, okay, well, we need to do the turbo lifts first. And then...
We're freezing all the turbo lifts except 2.
And it's got to be these 2. So, and then Jack goes, okay, if you could figure that out, I'll turn on all the rest of the fire alarm, smoke alarm, invasion alarm, everything. And see what
Invasion
happens.
alarm. I like the sound of that one.
So, he doesn't know what else to call it. So he starts messing around on his side of the computer system and terminals and starts flipping switches and doing all other kinds of stuff. And then I would like for you to make me a easy computer check this time. Let's see if I pass this one.
We can't upgrade anymore because Oh, yeah, that would have been easy to pass. No.
No.
I knew we set the wrong
Advantage. I got one advantage.
All right, so your one advantage is you happen to toggle one of the switches that helps Jack with his task.
Okay.
And boy, is he sweating some bullets. The dice may not like you guys tonight. All right, so he is
So
successful.
you're a dice, by the way.
He
You
is
wore off
successful,
all my
but
luck.
he did generate 3 threat. So with that, he flips the switch and all the panels for the turbo lifts go red except for the 2 sitting right outside the door. But as he does that, the local alarm in this area starts flaring off.
With all the other alarms, or we don't know.
Just the air alarm that's here in this particular hallway.
Hit every button.
What would you like to do? Jack's starting to freak out. He's like, just hit him all, just do something. So he starts mashing buttons as well
I'll say this, man.
and flipping
He already
switches.
turned on the turbo lifts again, so you lost part of it.
Well, but only the 2 turbo lifts.
Only 2 turbo lifts.
I was making
he
a
was
joke that
successful
he
in his.
messed up the other thing. because you saved buttons.
At this time, you guys are hearing an alarm go off on the other side of the building.
That's our cue, right? The alarms are going off.
Time to go.
Let's go.
I'm going to.
And Thros
I'm
is
gonna
right there
start-
with you, running down the hallway with you.
Yeah, we
I'm
take off.
I'm gonna make another attempt at the computers.
Okay. Go ahead and make another attempt. Jack will help you, so you can take a boost from that. Would you like to upgrade?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Is he really helping though?
And is it easy or is it just a standard check again?
It'll be an average. Come on, you can do it.
I'm successful with 2 threat.
All right. The 2 threat will come as strain because you have alarms blaring. But at this point in time, all of a sudden, a fire alarm starts going off. 20 stories up, 20 stories down, different alarms start ringing, different lights start flashing. Other things are happening. All kinds of different sirens are going off. Lights are blinking in and out. It's just sheer pandemonium of what seems to be taking place. And over the intercom, you hear, all prisoners return to cells. All prisoners that are out of their cells in the next 20 seconds will be fired upon.
Yep, we're on our way.
And all of the stormtroopers are turning to start facing out every single one of the catwalks.
Yep.
So I would like athletics checks from you guys.
Yay! What's the difficulty?
We're going to go with average.
I didn't make it.
Okay.
Two
There's
purple,
2 threats.
green, right?
Don't take them a strain. It's kind of like you're tripping around.
Correct, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Is your strength only 1?
Mine 2.
No, your strength
No, your
is
No,
3.
strength is 3.
Your
Yeah.
bonus 3, yes.
Or
so
2,
roll
I'm sorry.
2. Roll another green
Yeah.
die.
So roll another green die.
Nah, I thought so.
Yay! You got a success and a.
All right. So Thui's booking it. He's kind of pushing past you. Thros is kind of pushing past you. Kind of causes you to
Pushes
trip.
him off the side of the catwalk. Sorry.
So I was doing that more as a group check. Okay. So you guys do make it down there. If 2 out of 3 would have failed, then we would have had a problem. Okay. But as you guys
Frost pass.
as you guys get down there, do either of you want to knock on a door?
Yeah, bang 3 times. Boom, boom, boom.
All right. So you hear this knocking.
I
3
hit
times.
all the doors were going by because I don't know where this thing is because I've never been to that office.
Well, Thros would know. You would think.
Thros is already headed towards one of the turbo
But
lifts.
Thros hasn't made this plan. This was another part that he was
Yeah, but y'all could ask him.
kind of like the key cards. He wasn't clued into this part.
All right. So as you do that, you hear banging on the door 3 times.
Oh no, they're here after us.
Jack, you idiot! That's them.
Oh, you're right.
Jack jerks open the door, and you see Aaron standing out there. At this point, huffing and puffing.
Yeah, sorry.
Thros is standing in one of the turbo lifts. He goes, I thought I told you only turn one on.
Hey, I got this, and I got a uniform for him, and I'm gonna here. This might help. Come on, has the uniform.
He grabs it and he's like, "Get in, let's go."
Generic store Sylvester Stallone is here with us today.
Come on. All right.
Okay.
Rambo Last Blood. Sylvester Stallone is with us.
All right. Okay, guys, we're getting punchy.
No.
So he grabs the uniform and he's like, "Oh, damn, this is gonna help." So he's starting to he's just basically trying to
While
sling
he's
it on
changing,
over.
I get into the other elevator and start hitting the button.
Well,
to
that's
go
what
down.
I'm thinking. Is that'll distract him?
Yeah.
And you know, he kind of sees you guys run into the other elevator and the other turbo lift. He's like, "Where are you going? We're going to the roof."
I thought this went to the roof.
No, I hit the up button.
And we
Why don't you leave
close-
two of them on?
We close the door.
Close, 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 close.
And the door closes. And
Is this
you
glass,
guys
right?
start heading down. No.
Oh.
It's just like any other what you would see in any Star Wars. It's just metal doors closed in front of you like glass doors, and it just starts going down. So with that is where we are going to end our episode.
Chaos.
Thank you all for watching. We're going to take another quick 5-minute break, and I'm going to see if I can wrangle these bozos back into playing for real instead of just smartassing. But if we just smartass for the next session, it'll be great too. So, 5 minutes. We'll be back on stream live. For those of you that are not on stream, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you again next week.
Keep on
adventuring.
Bye.